So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 7 iOS 11 full review here. Now I'm going to cover this phone a little bit different than I've been doing the other phones because I want you guys to see the performance here. A lot of people using the 7 Plus here care more about its performance. It was a beast when they bought it. They want to see how this update is treating their 7 Plus. So I got the 6S Plus next to it here. Let's go ahead and do the stopwatch and see how long it takes to boot up. In 3, 2, 1. And I have my finger holding down the iPhone 7 Plus. There is your Apple logo. And we're going to see just how long it actually takes to boot this thing up. I don't think it's going to take too long here. It's got an A10 Fusion chip with 3 gigs of RAM here. So I am on the official version here, and it looks like we're about 20 seconds in here. So not super fast here on iOS 11. 23, 24, and boom, about 25 seconds to boot up the 7 Plus. So now let me go ahead and go into settings and show you which version we are on so you know that we are on official here. Going over here into about, you can see I am running iOS 11 15A 372 on the iPhone 7 Plus. This is the official version of the software here. Now, I've been actually testing this over the past 48 hours or so, and this thing is actually running a little bit disappointing, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's very fluid and it's very smooth. It's got a lot of nice new features. You see the new control center here for the 7 Plus. It's not laggy at all. Let's check the 3D touch here on there. There's a little bit of lag when it comes to the 3D touch. So slight lag, frame rate delays. But what I've been seeing is when you open up applications on the second time, it seems that they are not opening super smooth here. So let me open up a few of them and show you what I'm talking about. So let's get into, calendar here, weather, app store. Let's go into Instagram, for example. And I seen a bunch of lag earlier today on my multitasking tray. So not there, it didn't happen there, but let's go into weather. And you've seen that slow animation right there on the weather. Rewind the video back 10 seconds, just double tap here on the screen. You'll go back 10 seconds and you'll see that it was a little bit slow to open. So that's what I'm talking about there with the animation. Some of the animations on these applications are still a little bit slow here on the official version, meaning that I think that we're gonna have to get a couple dot releases before the 7 Plus is running like it was on iOS 10 here. Now, some of the new changes in iOS 11, if you were wondering, was the file system. So the file system is now super awesome. You can go ahead and create your own folders and sync them up with your Mac here. So let's go ahead and go into recents. And you see I have no recents open, but if you go in your iCloud drive, you can see this is pretty much everything I'm using on my Mac right now. You can also create new folders like such. And this is very great for you if you are using, other computers from Apple, such as iPads as well. So I really love folders here within iOS 11. It's a fantastic feature. Now, camera also gets a couple of changes here. You get new filters here and the ability to edit live photos. So I think a lot of people might be using live photos on a 7 Plus. So that's a pretty cool thing here. Now, in terms of the portrait mode, no, you're not getting that portrait lighting mode that you do get with the iPhone 8 Plus. So that's probably going to stay away from the 7 Plus just because they're going to try to separate the features from the 8 Plus and the 7 Plus. Really scrolling through the operating system though hasn't shown too much lag at all here on the iPhone 7. I actually haven't seen no lag really at all on the 7 when it comes to just generally scrolling through things. Fingerprint scanner is very responsive, very fast here on the 7 Plus. But like I say, sometimes with the applications, when you go ahead and go back into them, they're a little bit of an issue. And third-party developers haven't all fully updated their apps, except for the big players, to the full iOS 11 support. So we still need some work when it comes to third-party applications here for 11. So this is still early software, even though it is official. Apple had to get it out though, as they do every year. But stay tuned to the channel because we're going to cover this more with dot releases. Also going to notice within iOS 11, they removed the text here below the icons. Now, I know this looked really nice here on the smaller iPhones, but I actually don't like it too much on the bigger 7 Plus because I think the 7 Plus has room to put your text below your icons here on a phone this size. So I think it's cool on a 4-inch phone, but I'm not digging it too much here on the 7 Plus because it's got plenty of room for that. So going into the App Store, you can see the all new App Store is different here. We see huge card UI. It's a very cleaned up App Store. I actually absolutely love this App Store here. You got the Apps tab, you got the Games tab, you got the Update tab, and the Search tab. Now, the way you interact with notifications here on the 7 Plus is a lot different as well. You can go and swipe to the left and you can see view and clear. If you swipe to the right, you can open it there. And if you go just like so, well, I actually went to the camera right there. If you go like so, you can clear all right there. So that's a pretty cool touch there on iOS 11. But one thing people want to know a lot about with the 7 Plus is how is the battery life doing? And in my experience so far, it's been holding up pretty solid. The 7 Plus has always been a great battery life smartphone. And for me, I haven't been killing it too hard here with the iOS 11 official version. Now, I heard a lot of people complaining about this, but what are you doing on your phone? Because if I'm just running day-to-day apps, I have been getting through the day easily on iOS 11 official here. Now, one thing that is killing the 7 Plus's battery life is the AR capability. So if you are using an AR application, the battery life is definitely going to decrease here for the 7 Plus. This update came in around 2 gigs for me as well, and I actually saved a little space. It gave me back a couple of gigs, so that's pretty cool. You have to have gigs to get it, but you actually get space back once you do download it. So that's a really cool thing to see here with the 7 Plus. Also in this new iOS 11 update, you are going to get new wallpapers here on this phone. It looks like they are the same exact wallpapers from every other iPhone I've already showed this week. You can see the new Earth wallpaper, which I kind of dig, the new software. And you've seen right there, just a little bit of lag there. It's just not super quick. I'm a little bit disappointed by this, but you can see live wallpapers. The fish wallpapers are gone, which I'm also a little bit disappointed about, to be honest with you guys. I kind of like those fish wallpapers here, but that's only my personal opinion here. But like I say, iOS 11 here on the 7 Plus surprisingly has a few glitches and lags here. It's not, perfect just yet. And one thing I noticed is the animations, they're pretty. I love the way they fly in, but they're a little bit slow here. They need to get a little bit quicker, these animations, because I can actually see the icon slowly going out of its process, and that's not very pleasing to the eye when I could actually watch it hit the home screen. That's just a little bit too long here for a premier smartphone such as this one. So overall, should you update your iPhone 7 Plus to iOS 11? I think it's running iOS 11 pretty well for a first version. I think that if you're loving your 7 Plus right now and you just want to continue using it super quickly, I think you should wait probably for another dot release to see if they fix some of these slow animations and stuff like that, because right now it doesn't run quite as good in my experience as it did on 10.3.3. But there's so many features like screen recording, the ability to customize this control center here, the file system, the new notifications tray is clearer. It looks a little bit cooler if you ask me. The new photos features and memories, as well as live photo features, and the new camera filters, the new iMessage feature that should be coming soon with the Apple Pay to Pay. There's just so much here. The battery life, not quite as good as 10.3.3, but still easily getting through a day. It offers quite a lot. And personally, I would download it, but if you want to remain on, the fastest version, I would definitely not download this right now. The 7 Plus, I will be covering when we do get our dot releases. I think we're going to get a little bit quicker here. And anyway, this was Nick here helping you to master your technology. This was my iOS 11 look and review on the iPhone 7 Plus. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoyed this content. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.